Hi everyone, it's Miss Kim, and I'm coming to you from the castle room. And I thought we would talk about the first day of spring. Now, today is Thursday, March 18th, but the first day of spring will be on Saturday. So I'm going to show you our calendar here. So our day on Saturday will be down here. Saturday, it starts with S. The date will be this number, 2 and 0. The month will be March. And we had partly cloudy, but I'm hoping on the first day of spring that it's sunny. So, right now we have the season of winter. And we've had that a really long time. We've had it since December. So I'm going to take it off a few days early and put in spring. So like I said, today's Thursday, but in 2 more days we'll have the first day of spring. And you might ask what the first day of spring means. We have the 4 seasons. And in the northern hemisphere, March equinox, or they call it the spring or the vernal equinox, those are big words, happens when the sun crosses the equator. So, like, the earth is kind of like round, like this, and there's a line in the middle that divides the northern and the southern hemisphere. And this line, you can't really see it. It's but it's there. And the sun, let's see if I've got a yellow marker here. It crosses the equator, so the sun would come like right here, and it starts heading north, which is up here, so you can see. And it's after this date, the northern hemisphere begins to be tilted more towards the sun. So we're a little more of a tilt towards the sun, resulting in increasing daylight hours and warmer temperatures. So you may have already seen that with daylight savings time, that days are a little bit longer. But you'll start noticing, hopefully, that the temperatures warm up. I know today it's rainy instead of snowy. So the actual vernal equinox, or spring, first day of spring, will be Saturday, March 20th at 5:37 a.m. And what's kind of cool about the spring equinox, or the first day of spring, is there's equal hours of day and night. So a day's 24 hours, right? So that means we should have 12 hours a day and 12 hours of night. So you'll have to check that out. Maybe you can start marking down the hours of daylight and nighttime. I have some books here that talk about spring. So I've got Spring Signs of the Season Around North America. And then it's spring. And Bear Once More. So I'm going to show you some of the signs of the season from this one. You may be noticing these things. Does anyone have this flower popping up at their house? It's called a crocus. And oftentimes they're the first flower that you'll see. And then you'll start to see these flowers around. And they are daffodils. So if we lived in the desert, we might see snakes waking up and some of the animals getting out to get more sunshine. In the Appalachian Mountains, which is where we live, we might have gentle rain and warm sunshine, and the trees begin to get blossoms on them, and we might see the birds start to return. In California, we might start to see whale migration. They're heading from their winter home in California to their summer homes in Alaska. And if you're in the middle of the country, there could be thunderstorms and some flooding. Sometimes we have flooding here because there's many rivers, and as the snow melts, it causes flooding. So there's lots of things that you can look for. Mud is everywhere in the spring. You might also see this bird. Does anyone know that bird? He has orangish red here and a brown top. He's a robin. And oftentimes people say that that means spring is coming when they see a robin. So this tells you some fun facts. You can look for this book. I'll have it on display in the circus room. Now on to a story about spring. This is called And Then It's Spring by Julie Fugliano and Aaron E. Steed drew the pictures. Let's find out what happens and see if this looks like what's going on right now. So this shows them with their winter coats and winter hats on. First you have brown. All around you have brown. We are seeing lots of brown right now. And then there are seeds. Are any of you getting ready to plant a garden? And a wish for rain. And then it rains. And it is still brown, but a hopeful, very possible sort of brown. See if you can notice changes between the first page and this page. Is that a little green? No, it's just a brown sort of brown. Then it is a week. And you worry about those little seeds. Oh, it looks like it's getting a little warmer. Can you notice any changes? Look at the tree and the ground and what the boy is wearing. And maybe it was the birds. Or maybe the bears. And all that stomping, because bears can't read signs that say, like, please do not stomp here. There are seeds, and they are trying. And then it is one more week. And the brown, still brown, has a greenish hum that you can only hear if you put your ear to the ground and close your eyes. You can see all what's happening under the ground. And then it is one more week. See, the sky is getting a little lighter. Some other colors are starting to come. And a sunny day, that sunny day that happens right after that rainy day. It's like you made a home for a bird. And you walk outside to check on all that brown. But the brown isn't around, and now you have green. You have green everywhere. So that's the end. And I think we'll keep seeing more and more and more green coming. So this is called Bear Once More. It's got a lot of pictures in it. It's by Carmel Wilson and Jane Chapman. So after we read this, we'll go see if Bear's awake. We'll see if he's awake from his. So here he is in his den. There's those daffodils, those yellow flowers I talked about. When springtime comes in his warm winter den, a bear wakes up very hungry and thin. He waddles outside and roots all around. He digs and he paws fresh shoots in the ground. There's those yellow flowers. He nibbles on his lawn until the last blade is gone. But the bear wants more. Mouse scampers by with his acorn pail. Come on, Mouse squeaks, to Strawberry Vale. Little mouse. And off they go. So up Mouse hops onto Bear's big back. They tromp through the woods for a fresh fruit snack. Oh, what are they eating? Let's see. This plant. It says, the berries grow sweet, and they eat. But the bear wants more. Did I miss a page? Oh, they're going to get the strawberries. You can see them real tiny down here. They're wild strawberries. The noon sun glows when along hops Hare. Good day, friend Mouse. How do, friend Bear? I'm hungry, roars Bear. Hare says, follow me. There's a fresh clover patch by the cottonwood tree. They nibble on their lunch with a crunch, 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 crunch. There's the clovers. But Bear wants more. Oh, who do they see next? Badger shuffles by with his brand new fishing pole. There's a fine fish feast at the old fishing hole. They head to that pond and they sit by the shore. Bear catches fish. But he still wants more. Well, it's fish. And you might notice that creeks and things are a little bit high right now, but the fishing time is coming. Meanwhile, back at the big bear's den, wait Gopher and Mole with Raven and Wren. Oh, it looks like they're planning something. They bake honey cakes, they decorate the lair. It's a springtime party for their good friend Bear. Bear rubs his tummy. He smells something yummy. And the bear wants more. Bear sniffs and he snuffles as a sweet breeze blows. He romps to his home. He follows his nose. His friends yell, surprise, when he gets to his den. But Bear is so big that he can't fit in. He ate all that food. Bear waits. What luck. I am stuck in my own front door. Mouse squeaks. Poor Bear. He is wedged in too tight. Hare tugs. Raven pushes with all of their might. Badger gets a stick. And he pries so hard. Means he pushes. And Bear pops out and he lands in his yard. Since Bear is so wide, they party outside. And he still wants more because he hasn't eaten a whole lot all winter. Bear opens presents. He gobbles honey cakes. He eats so much that his big tummy aches. He snuggles in the grass and he snores big snores. He is full, 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 but his friends want more. So his friends are all still awake.